wide. Reach the palms forward, forehead meets the mat. We're going to take a few deep breaths here. And exhale. On your next inhale, you're going to reach your right palm over towards that right side of the mat. Place your left palm over it. And then reach your left palm over towards the left side of the mat. Place your right palm over it. We're going to reach the palms back to center. Press into the palms. Find your tabletop here. We're going to bring the wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to inhale, cow, gaze up at the ceiling, drop the belly button. Exhale, cat, round your spine, gaze between your feet. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Take a few more of these. At your own breath, your own pace. And once we come to our neutral spine, we can tuck the toes, lift the tailbone high, find your down dog, pedal your heels into the mat. And then walk your feet up to meet your hands at the top of the mat. Slow rise up. One vertebrae at a time, shoulders come back, and we can go ahead and get started and grab our weights here. So like I said, you can use light ones or you can use heavier ones. I'm going to step back so you can see. So we're going to start with a narrow squat. So weights are just chilling in our hand. We're going to bring our feet underneath the hips here. Belly button comes in, shoulders relax. We're going to find a narrow squat. From here, you come back up, and then you find a nice wide squat. So we go narrow and then wide. We'll start with one side first. If you want to pick one foot and then step out wide, we go center and wide. And center and wide. Very good. We're going to go ahead and do 7 more of these. So let's go 7, 6. You can always reset. We go 5, 4. We go 3 more. Make sure you're breathing, squeezing the glutes. We go 2. And last one, 1. Very good. Now we let that go. Shake that out here. Now we're going to go ahead. Weights are just hanging out in the hands here. Shoulders to back. Reset the good posture here. Belly button in. We go narrow, and then we step out wide on the opposite leg. Narrow, wide. Narrow, wide. We're going to go ahead and do 7. We go 6. And take your time. 5. Make sure you're breathing. 4. 3. 3 more. 2. And 1. Very good. Excellent. Now we let that go. Shake that off. Now we're going to go ahead and find our goddess. So our feet go nice and wide. Toes face the sides of the room. Weights can just hang out in your hand. Belly button comes in. Now we bend our knees. From here, we're going to heel lift. Right heel lifts and lowers. Lift and lower. We're going to take our time here. And we're just going to keep that good posture. Sometimes I'll put a hand on my lower back and on my belly button, make sure that core is engaged here. And shoulders relax. We're going to give me 3 more on that right heel. 3, 2, sink a little bit deeper, and 1. Excellent. We're going to stay low. Now we lift the left heel. We'll start with 1 at a time, then we're going to lift both. We go 5, 4, sink a little bit deeper, and hold for 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Now we're going to go real low, and we heel lift both heels. Make sure that core stays tight. We go here for 5, for 4. Make sure we're bending the knees. Chest stays lifted for 3. For 2, just start burning a little bit. And 1. Now we extend the legs. We take our goddess, take our forward fold, bring the palms either onto the floor, onto the mat. Maybe you take a ragdoll. You grab both elbows, add a sway side to side. And now we can go ahead and grab our weights, slow rise to stand. And we're gonna bring our feet underneath the hips this time. We're gonna bring our weights overhead, so those just stay here. And now we're gonna bring our belly button into the spine here. We're gonna bring one knee up, drop that back down, opposite knee lifts, drop that back down. So we go alternate, lift, lower, lift, lower. Why don't you give me 5 more on each side. 4. Make sure you're breathing for 3. For 2. And last one. 1. Very good. Now we keep the arms lifted here. A single knee lifts, and we're going to bring that belly button in. Now we're pulsing that knee up. Let's pulse it up and down. We're pulsing here for 8. 7. 6, option to point or flex the feet for 5. Let's keep those arms lifted for 4. Make sure you're breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Drop that down. Even the shoulders. We're going to go ahead and take a few shoulder rolls here. Let it go. Shake it out. Excellent. Now we got the other side. So let's go ahead and bring our arms overhead. Let's bring that opposite knee lifts here. Stays lifted, and we're just pulsing that knee up. Little pulses here for 7, for 6, 5, 4, keep those arms lifted, cores engaged for 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Drop the arms down by your side, and we're going to go ahead and drop down onto the mat. We're going to find a kneeling position. We're going to move on to arms this time. So now we grab our weights. We're going to go ahead and do a single arm first. So left hand can just chill on your hip here. With the right arm, what we're going to do is we're going to bring the elbow about shoulder height, press up, bring the elbow in, and we hinge forward, bring that arm back. So let's go ahead and start again. So we press it up, keep it shoulder height, bring that elbow in, tricep kick back, bring it back in. We go up, down, in, back, in, reset. Up, down, in, and back, in, reset. We're gonna go ahead and do a few more of these. So this is working that shoulder, working this tricep here. And you can make it into one swift movement. Just make sure that core stays engaged. Let's do 5 more of these. This is 4. This is 3. This is 2. And last one here. Very good. Excellent. Now we let that go, shake that out. Now we gotta do the opposite arm, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring my left arm high. Keep it shoulder height. Right hand can chill on the hip. And then we press up, in, back, in, and up. Reset. And you can make it one swift movement. We want to make sure that elbow stays in the whole time so that we don't lose control of the arm here. Very good. Why don't you give me 5 more of these? 5, 4, 3. This is 2. And 1. Very good. Excellent. Now we extend both arms behind with those weights. We hinge forward at the hip. Let's make sure that belly button stays glued in. Shoulder blades come together. Now we're pulsing the arms back. We pulse the pinkies back with those weights in hand. We're pulsing here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Excellent, let that go. Whew. Very good, roll those shoulders out. Now we're gonna do a few more of these arm ones, and then we're gonna move on. So let's go ahead and zip those elbows into the ribs, weights in hand. Now we go ahead and bring the elbows out towards shoulder height, then we bring them back in. We bring them out, and we bring them back in. We're gonna go ahead and give 8 of these. 8, 7, 6. We wanna make sure we're breathing, that core stays engaged. We go 5, 4, almost there, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent, let that go. Whew. Excellent job, my friend. All right, now with those weights, we're gonna go ahead and do our little circles. We haven't done these in a while, so let's go ahead and bring the weights out. Slight bend to those elbows, a little bit of a bend here. Palms can face the ceiling with our weights, and we're just gonna start to draw some circles here. So slow, engaged circles. And we don't wanna rely on the momentum here. We wanna really focus on that form. Take the time to form those circles. We're here for 5. Let's keep those arms lifted for 4. Excellent. For 3, 2, and 1. On our next inhale, let's switch directions. Same posture here, same form, core still engaged. We're here for 5. Keep those arms lifted for 4. Make sure you're breathing. For 3, for 2, and 1. Excellent. Woo, let that go. Goodness gracious. Let's go ahead and take a little bit of a stretch here for the arms. Let's cross that arm, and then let's go ahead and switch. Very good. All right, we have one more that we're gonna do in arms. So let's go ahead and grab our weights one more time. This is our last one. We're gonna go ahead and bring our arms like a goalpost here. So elbow, 90-degree angle, I'd say, for each elbow here. And we're gonna go ahead, center, open, then we bring up and down. So center, open, then overhead press up and bring it down. You wanna bring it shoulder height the entire time. Those elbows stay at shoulder height unless you're pressing them up. I'm just kneeling here so you can see. And we're gonna do 5 more. We wanna engage that core still. We're here for 4. Take your time. Give me 3 more, make them strong. 3. We're here for 2. Almost there. And 1. Very good. Now we let it go. Excellent, excellent. All right. Woo. Let's check that out. Now we can go ahead and come down into our tabletop. So from here, our wrists are under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. What we're gonna do is we're gonna tuck the toes, find our bear hold plank. From here, we're gonna open up that right side, but keep that core engaged. So it's gonna feel a little bit shaky, a little bit wobbly, and we come into that bear one more time. If this bothers your wrist, go ahead and just hold the bear, or you can go ahead and hold a plank. So we're gonna go ahead, hold that bear, and then lift, open up that right side, come back down, reset. And inhale, extend, open up, exhale, reset. We wanna make sure our hips stay facing the mat. And we're doing this for 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Now let's let that go. We can go ahead and take a child, take a few wrist circles. I know this is a lot on the wrists, so just shake them out. We're not going to be on the wrist for much longer. This is our last one on the wrist. Now we're going to go ahead and do the other side. So we find our tabletop here. We're going to tuck those toes, find your bear plank. Option to just take a regular plank on your forearms. Then we lift that left arm high. Keep your hips squared onto the mat. and lift, come back down, and lift, and drop. We're here for 5 more. 5. You want to hover those knees for 4, for 3, 2 more, 2, and 1. Excellent. Now we let it go, drop it down, take your child's pose. Knees apart, bring your palms overhead, maybe your forehead meets the mat. Let it all go. Take a few deep breaths here, and exhale, let it go. Let's go ahead and find our tabletop once more once you're ready. And now we're going to go ahead and drop down onto your right forearm. Left palm stays up. Or if this bothers your left palm, you can drop down into your left forearm. We're going to do some glutes. Then we'll come back to some core. So with your left knee, an option to wrap a band around the thighs. Here we're going to start with our hydrants. So left knee comes out to the side, then we bring it back in. Bring it out to the side, bring it back in. We're going to do this for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, 4, almost there, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Now we lift that left heel up to the ceiling. You want to make sure that belly button stays into that core. And we bring the knee in, right into your donkey kick. Like you're holding a wine glass on the top of your foot. You want to balance that wine glass here. Just a little kick up, and we bring it in. We want to avoid arching the lower back and make sure that core is fully engaged here. And why don't you give me 5 more of these. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're pulsing that heel. We're pulsing it up to the ceiling. We're here for 5, for 4, 3, 2. Make sure you're breathing, and 1. Excellent. Let it go. Child's pose if you need it. Take a few cat-cows. Take what you need here, and then we'll switch sides. Reach your palms forward. Send your hips back. Forehead can rest onto the mat. Take a few deep breaths. And when you're ready, find your tabletop once more. I'm going to go ahead and rotate to the other side. And we're going to go ahead and drop down onto your left forearm. Right hand can stay lifted, right palm can stay lifted, or you can drop down onto that right forearm. Now we do our right side. So our right knee comes out to the side, and we bring it in. Out to the side, and we bring it in. Excellent. We're going to do 8 of these. 8, 7. We want to make sure we're not rotating with that knee. We're just keeping the hips like 2 headlights facing the mat. You're going to give me 3 more. This is 2. Excellent. And 1. Very good. Now we lift that heel. We're holding that wine glass, and then we bring the knee in. Lift the heel, hold the wine glass, bring the knee in. Give me 5, 4, 3. Bring that belly button in. You want to make sure we're not arching the lower back. And 1. Now we're going to go ahead and pulse that heel up. We're pulsing here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Excellent. Let's let that go. And reach your arms overhead. Take your child's knees apart. Toes come to touch. Nice deep inhale. And we exhale. Very good. Now we're going to go ahead and come into your tabletop. This is our last one in tabletop. And then the whole rest of the Pilates is on our back. So from here, We're starting in tabletop. We're going to drop down onto our forearms. We're going to tuck the toes. Maybe we inch the forearms a little bit forward. We're going to hold our plank. Our hips and shoulders are in line. We're going to shift our weight forward and then shift the weight back. So you're pressing your weight forward, pressing the weight back. You want to make sure you're breathing in this one. We're going to do about 5 more shifts. And if you want to just hold the plank here. We're here for 3, for 2, and 1. Excellent. Drop your hips and then find your tabletop here. We're just going to take some side-to-side bends, give our core a break, maybe some cat-cows. Excellent. Now when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and flip onto our back. And the rest of the class, the rest of the core series is going to be on our back. So place your weights by your side, and we're going to go ahead and bring our ankles under our knees. Find your glute bridge hold here. From here, we'll move this block to the side. From here, we're going to stack our ankles underneath the knees. Weights are by our side, elbows are bent. We're going to go ahead and just knee lift. Let's start with that right knee and then lower. Inhale, knee lift, and then lower. Weights are just hanging out for right now. We're going to go ahead and give me 5 more. Just start with one knee, then we're going to alternate, switch sides. 4, make sure you're breathing. Lift your hips a little bit higher. We're here for 3, for 2, and 1. Excellent. Drop that down. Bring your knees in, rotate your hips, side to side. Nice big inhale. And we exhale. Excellent. Let's go ahead and do the other side. So we're going to find our glute bridge hold, lift your hips off of the mat, and then the left knee comes up and lower. Weights are just hanging out for now. We're going to use them in a sec. Why don't you give me 5 more? 5. Lift your hips a little higher. For 4, make sure you're breathing. For 3, this is 2, and 1. Excellent. Drop your hips down. Bring your knees into your chest. Rotate the hips side to side. Now we're going to go ahead and do our glute bridge, and we're going to work on some arms. So hold your glute bridge here. Hips are lifted. Ankles underneath the knees. Weights in our hands. We're going to go ahead and bring our thumbs together into like a little chest press here. Then lower. Make sure the elbows stay within the same line of the shoulders here as you lower. Inhale, lift, and keep your hips lifted as well. We're engaging our core, squeezing our glutes. Why don't you give me 5 more? We go 5, 4, we go 3, this is 2, and 1. Excellent. Now we lower everything down. Excellent. Bring your knees into your chest and rotate your hips side to side. Maybe you take a few ankle circles. We're going to be doing a lot of pointing in a few seconds. All right, friends. So we're going to go ahead and grab our weights, and we're going to get into core now. So we're going to come into our table, so our knees are stacked on top of our hips. Toes are pointed, weights come overhead. Option to do this next one without weights. We're going to start off easy. We're going to start off with a dead bug. So opposite arm, so this is my right arm, my left leg lowers down. Then I come back in. And then opposite arm, so left arm, right leg, extends, then back in. You want to make sure that arm is standing way behind. I literally touch my weight to the ground, so I know I'm really extending here. Why don't you give me 5 more on each side. This is 5. Make sure you're breathing. This is 4. This is 3. Almost there, friends. This is 2. And 1. Very good. Let's drop our weights to the side. Bring our knees into the chest. Side to side rotations with our hips. Maybe you took a few ankle circles. Big inhale. And we exhale. Very good. All right, friends. So our next one here, we're going to go ahead and extend both legs. Left hand has the weight. So my left hand has that weight. Right hand is just empty right now. Right hand is actually going to fall on my side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lower my left heel down onto the mat, keep my right leg and my left arm extended. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and start to circle both the leg and the arm in the same direction. Doesn't matter which direction, if you're going out or in, because we're going to go the opposite direction in a few seconds. So let's go ahead and stay here for 5. If you want that spicy option, you can even lift that left leg and keep everything lifted here. We're here for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Keep that right leg, keep that left arm extended, right leg extended, and we go the opposite direction. So if you're going out, you're going to go in. If you're going in, you're going to go out. And I find in to be a little bit more challenging. But take your time, you're going to use your breath. We're here for 5, for 4, whoop, for 3, we're almost there, breathe, for 2, and 1, excellent. Drop that weight to the side, bring your knees into your chest, and rest your head onto your mat. Take a few deep breaths, nice big inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. And now we're going to do the other side. So let's drop that right heel, stays down, left leg extends. This time my right hand has that weight. My left hand is just hanging out by my side. So left leg, right arm. Let's go ahead and start with our circles here. Doesn't matter which direction. And I know it's kind of hard to focus like which direction specifically because it's both. We got to think about both the arm and the leg. But just do circles with both. And eventually it'll find its way. Very good. And if you want that real spicy option, go ahead and lift your right leg so that you really feel the burn on that core. We're going to do this for 3 more. 3, for 2, and 1. I just went in, so we're going to go out. We're going to switch directions. So if you were going out, you're going to go in. If you were going in, you're going to go out. We're doing nice big circles here. We're here for 5 more. 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Excellent. Now we drop that weight to the side. Bring both knees into the chest. Rotate the hips side to side. Flex your feet. Nice big inhale. And exhale. All right, my friends, we're going to actually hop into, before we do that, let's grab our weight. I recommend a single weight for now. Maybe if you want to double stack, or if you want to grab 2 weights in hand, you can do that. Let's go ahead and just bring that weight overhead. Our legs are in table, so our knees are stacked on top of our hips. And then we're going to go ahead and hover that weight just over the head here so that weight does not touch the ground or the mat. Then you're going to slightly extend your legs here. From here, you're going to drop one heel down and then lift that heel up. Then we drop the opposite heel down, then we lift it up. We're here for 5. We're going to do this nice and slow. For 4, for 3, so it's like a little weighted flutter kick here. For 2, keep that weight lifted, and 1. Let's do side. Woo! Excellent. We're really feeling that burn and that deep core. And now we can rock ourselves up into our seated position. We're gonna do a few core exercises in a seat, actually. So I'm gonna place my weights by my side. I might need those. What we can do is we can place a pillow or a Pilates ball or yoga mat, or you can even place a block on the back, or you don't need anything at all. Totally up to you, totally up to you. Then we're gonna go ahead and bring our arms behind us. So from here, these arms are supporting us here. I like my fingertips facing forward in front of me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let my left heel just sit on the mat, my right leg extends. I'm gonna try to point my toes as much as I can. From here, we're gonna start to, I know circle is the word of the day, we're gonna start to circle here. Big circles, doesn't matter which direction because we're gonna take it the opposite direction. So we're here for 5. Just focus on the shape of the circle for 4. Make sure you're breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Good, let's let that go. Maybe you take a butterfly here. We're going to take a few more breaks because we have quite a few in this specific position. And we're going to go ahead and hinge forward at the hip. Let that hip rest for a sec. And then we're going to come back to each exercise. Because this can be a lot on the hips. So we're going to go ahead and bring our hands behind us and plant that left heel down. That left heel is just hanging out on the mat. We extend that right leg, point the toes, and if you're going out, you can go in. If you're going in, you can go out with those circles. We're just gonna focus on the shape of the circles here. We're here for 5. And if this bothers your wrist, you can always drop down onto your forearms. We're here for 4. You can use that pillow or ball or block behind you to support your back if this bothers your back. For 2, and 1. Woo, let that go. Excellent job. Maybe you take a butterfly. Maybe you hinge forward at your hip. Let any tension from the hip go. Maybe you twist here. I'm actually going to remove the block from the lower back because it's kind of poking my back. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove that. I recommend mostly a pillow or like that Pilates ball if you have it. But a pillow should do. All right, friends, we're gonna go ahead, right heel presses down. Now that left leg extends, point your toes. It doesn't have to be a crazy extension on the leg. You can have a little bit of a bend on that knee, but we're gonna really focus on the shape of the circle here. Right heel stays down, that left leg is extended. Now my left side is a little bit weaker, which is normal, because my right side is more dominant. We're gonna stay here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and your triceps are working in this exercise too because you're kind of like using your triceps to hold your upper body up. And 1, very good, let's let that go. Take the breath, take the breather here. Take some neck circles, some shoulder circles. This is a lot on the shoulders as well. Very good, we've got plenty of time, excellent. Just we got a few more, So let's keep that right heel down, that left leg extends. We're gonna go ahead and alternate, so switch sides. So if you were going out with those circles, you're gonna go in now. And we're here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Excellent, let's let it go. Woo, those are toughies. Very good, we're doing excellent though. We are flying through these. All right, my friends, I'm gonna swivel over so we can continue on. We have a few more in this exact position. So hands can go behind us. I'm gonna go ahead and you can do it fingertips forward or fingertips back this one. We're gonna extend both legs this time. This is all core right here. Then you're gonna go ahead and lift either your right or your left leg. I'm gonna lift my right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and bring my right knee in, then extend. And if this bothers your wrist, if you're like, oh, this is kind of hurting my wrist, come down onto your forearms. Go ahead and come here, very good. All right, and you can point your toes to get that leg here, working extra hard. We're gonna go ahead and give me 10 of these. 10, 9. This is really great for the obliques. 8, 7. That lower core is working here for 5, 4. And remember that opposite leg stays down. Give me 3 more. 3. Big extensions here. 2 and 1. Very good. Now we keep that right leg extended here. You're going to lift it up, lower it down. And you can flex the foot. Lift it up, lower it down. If you want to point the foot on the way down, so we flex, lift up, point, face down. Excellent. That quad is going to start burning here. That leg starts burning. Very good. Why don't you give me 5 more? 5, 4. Then we're going to switch sides. We're here for 3. We got this. Breathe. For 2 and 1. Very good. Woo. Take that butterfly and let it go. Oh my goodness. It's a lot on the legs, a lot on the hips, but we're working that core. And the quads are working. We're going to feel that on the top part of the leg as well. All right, I'm going to flip over so we can see. Now we're going to do the other side. So we can come up onto the wrist, or you can drop down onto your forearms. Totally up to you. I'm going to glue my right heel down. I'm going to lift my left leg. That left leg is nice and tall. We're going to go ahead and bring that knee in, extend. Bring that knee in and extend. Try to point your toe as much as you can. This might bother your toe. And you might get a cramp, but if you get a cramp, you can always reset, flex the foot, shake it out, and then come back. We're here for 3. Big extension here for 2. And 1. Excellent. Now we keep that leg extended here. What we're going to do is we're going to lift up, flex the foot, point the foot, and drop down. Heel touches the mat. Flex, lift up, point, lower down. Flex, lift up, point, lower down. Now this is working the legs, but it's also working that core. Why don't you give me 5 more of these? 5, almost there. We're here for 4. We're here for 3, for 2, and 1. Very good. Now we did the lower half of the core. We're going to do the upper half. So what we're going to do is you can use your block here, or you can use a pillow, or you can use just even your hand. It's totally fine. What you're going to do is you're going to bring your legs in table. So your knees are stacked on top of your hips, toes are pointed. I'm pressing that block with my left hand against my right knee. So the opposite hand presses down onto that pillow or block. We're going to really create some resistance here. Then, so I'm pressing my left hand. So my left leg extends this time. I know it's a little bit confusing because we're doing opposites. Now we lower the leg and lift the leg. And we're going to go nice and slow. We're going to really feel that core in this one. You want to really press that block, that pillow, that ball against that knee. Woo! I'm already feeling it. All right, we're going to do 3 more of these. Let's get nice and strong. Do 3 more. We're here for 3. We're here for 2. And 1. Very good. And let that go. Long body stretch. So we're really going to feel that in the core because we're fighting, putting some resistance onto that knee, and then the opposite leg is doing most of the work here. So that whole core is working extra hard over time. All right, now we bring those legs back into table with my block or pillow or ball, or even just your hand. You don't even need a block. You're going to go ahead and press your right hand against that block, pillow, or ball. On your left knee, your right leg extends. Now we kiss that heel down onto the mat, lift it right back up. You're going to make sure you're really applying pressure to this left knee. Bring it down, and we bring it up. Bring it down, and we bring it up. Why don't you give me 3 more of these? 3. We're here for 2. Let's make them strong. And last one. 1. Very good. Let's let that go. Bring the knees in, twist the hips side to side. Nice big inhale here. We're gonna do a few more. We're just gonna really make sure our core is working hard here. So, from here, you can grab your block, ball, or pillow, and we can go ahead and place the ball, block, or pillow between the thighs. Hands come by our side. If you don't have any of these, you can always just use the thighs to just squeeze together. You're gonna try it, you're gonna hold table here, and you're just gonna squeeze. So we're really building the pelvic muscles here. We're building that core is engaged here. We're using the breath, we're just squeezing together. I know it doesn't look like I'm squeezing, but you gotta squeeze a little bit hard with your thighs. You're gonna start to feel it in that core. Make sure your knees are on top of your hips, toes are pointed, really squeeze, 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 squeeze. We're here for 5. For 4, your inner thighs are also working here. For 3, for 2, and 1. Woo. And let it go. Oh my goodness. Make sure you long body stretch after that one. Bring your arms overhead, extend your legs. Maybe you take a few ankle circles or wrist circles. Clasp your fingers, push it up. Excellent, excellent. All right, we're gonna do one last one. We're gonna do one last one. I'm always having too much fun, so I always get distracted. All right, so you can actually use your block for this one too. So use the block, the pillow, or the ball, place it between your thighs, squeeze your thighs together, and you can also just use your thighs, and then you're gonna toe tap. So we were doing the toe taps before, but we weren't squeezing at the same time. So now we got that full core engagement. We've built up the core strength now. So let's go ahead and do 5 of these 5. This is also great for the pelvic muscles for 4. For 3, I love Pilates so much because it's so good for your pelvic muscles, so good for your core. Let's do one more and let it go, friends. Woo! All right. Oh my goodness, we worked hard. All right, long body stretch, really reach your arms overhead, extend your legs. Deep breaths. Now we're gonna go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. Go ahead and rotate your knees over towards that left side. Maybe you extend your right arm out. Take a few deep breaths here. Maybe you close your eyes. And then rotate your hips over. Both knees drop down towards that right side. Extend your left arm. And this is my favorite one as well. We'll end with a great stretch here. So bottoms of the feet come together. Lower the hips down, lower the legs down. Maybe your hands rest on your belly or by your side. Open up your hips towards the sky. We did a lot of hip stuff today, I just realized that. So it's great to open up our hips. Let any tension go. And on your final inhale here, rock yourself up into your seated position. We're gonna go ahead and crisscross applesauce here. Straighten the spine. Maybe you twist over, one hand reaches that knee back, hand the floor of the mat. Inhale, sweep through center to switch sides. Inhale, come back to center, take a few shoulder rolls. Bring them forward, bring them back. Rotate the head from shoulder to shoulder. Let's straighten the spine. Hands can rest on your knees. One final inhale. And exhale, let it go. Very good.